You're probably going to be wishing you had it by the end of this thing. It'd get cold in here.
Oh, I know. That's why I brought it. Gumbo, can you hand me my beer?
Oh, you're empty.
Oh, fuck. It's funny how that happens, isn't it?
There should be plenty in there.
Oh, fuck, you're empty. Well, that shit happens.
That lid kind of broke if you can't get it very
Oh, that's
tight.
fine. I didn't even use the lid when I put it on there.
There's more koozies there if you want one.
I drink beer fast enough. I don't need a fucking koozie.
Yeah. I get to show off my pasty white legs. And what all those fucking trucks at Bow Disciples did with the footers that come out automatically. Oh my goddamn, does that hurt when you're not expecting it, and you expect to get up into my truck, and then the footer comes out and goes yeep, just bashes your shin to pieces. And Gump's already on his phone.
Oh, you know how that goes.
It's a nice cave you got here, Brent.
It is.
Doesn't do half bad. Needs to be about twice this size.
No, they all do. Yet you start throwing shit into them, and then you just can't help it.
Well, it looked pretty big until I filled it up. I brought my shit out here, and then I'm like, fuck. Should have been bigger.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Story of your life?
I think it's the story of every man's life, you know?
I've never had anybody complain.
Well, I've never had anybody complain about it, but I've never had anybody say, my gosh, look at the majesty of this thing.
I'll just put it to you this way. I've never had any jaws hit the ground when I pulled my pants down. But I've never been told, oh, that's cute.
Aww.
The angry inch.
The angry inch.
The 2 inches of tickling terror.
I've got a story behind mine.
Oh, Lord.
So I think I was in 8th grade, and when we went to the Dayton National Air Force Museum, cough button, the National Air Force Museum for the entire United States is in Dayton, Ohio, just outside. Everything else about Dayton is completely without any reason to mention, because Dayton is a shithole. But they do have probably the best Air Force air space museum in the country. It's fucking awesome. And they have a World War II section. Okay. And there is, I believe, a B-25 in there. You know, in World War II, you'd get a bunch of crews of like B-17s, B-29s, B-25s, all that shit. Mass-produced airplanes and stuff like that. And then the crews would paint something on the side and name it, okay, to sort of differentiate it, you know, because they basically lived in those things for years during World War II, so they made it their home. You know, a lot of them would you know, name them after famous women or something like that, or, you know, like Memphis Belle. That's a famous B-17 that did missions. Well, this one, they named it the Wild Weasel. So I said, that's what I'm going to call my penis.
The wild
The
weasel.
wild weasel. That's a name. So, what do you boys want to talk about?
I don't know. We were having a lovely discussion about the 6.5 Creedmoor.
That we were.
Only we didn't capture any of that on film
No.
because that got started when we first got here.
I think the essential cliff notes from it was I think the 6.5 Creedmoor is a wonderful deer cartridge as long as you have the correct projectile in it. Gump thinks it's too efficient of a cartridge, and you are a 6.5 Creedmoor dick rider, Brent. So you
I
think
don't
it's,
know if I'd say that, but I just like them because they're wherever you go, you can find cases, bullets. Everybody has them. They're very readily available, and I think that they make a tremendously good
well, Gump and I have had this argument before, and I think it is
Target
completely and totally dependent on the projectile, not the cartridge.
Yeah.
Once it leaves the cartridge, once that bullet exits the cartridge means nothing anymore. That's why when I saw like some YouTuber post something about the 7mm PRC, and I don't know whether they had a different ballistic app than I do, but my 7mm Remington Magnum comfortably shoots a 162 grain projectile at 3,100 feet per second. So it's smoking out of there. I've taken it to 3250, but I started to get a little bit of a sticky bolt lift, so I backed it off, and then 3,100 feet per second is everything that I need.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had the same bullet weight, and it was moving slower than mine, but somehow his kinetic energy, which I don't think we'll have that argument right now, his kinetic energy was like 200 foot-pounds more. And I was like, that's not possible unless it's a completely different, unless you're getting your calculations from a different ballistic app. But I mean, my whole argument was that his argument was the 7mm Remington Magnum is dead. There's no reason to use it because 7mm PRC is so much better. My argument was if you already have a 7mm Remington Magnum that can shoot 75 grain bullets, stick with that because you have a perfect rifle there. Mm-hmm. If you are looking to get into 7mm and you do not have a 7mm Remington Magnum or a 280 Ackley improved, go with the 7PRC. That was my whole argument because
Yeah, and I would say that's a fair assumption.
but I don't get where he was his projectile was moving slower, yet he was getting 200 foot-pounds more kinetic energy.
I don't think that's possible.
It's not. It is a physics equation.
Yeah.
It is a mathematical equation. The more speed you have at the same projectile weight or mass, you cannot get a different foot-pound if your bullet is moving slower.
And I think my argument is with the 6.5 Creedmoor, if you're looking into getting into long-range shooting and you do not have a long-range rifle,
Totally agree.
that is a very good option to go with. Because
Totally agree.
You can find the bullets wherever you go. Everybody has it.
Yeah.
100% agreed.
But I do think if you're looking for a hunting cartridge, the 6.5 PRC beats it hands down.
Yeah. But for deer, it is a perfectly good cartridge if you have the right projectile. If you're going with those Berger Elite Hunters or like some of those really nice Barnes bullets or the Nosler Akibons. So the Barnes, I have learned, are good from 0 to 400 yards because they are designed to expand at higher velocities. And then the AccuBonds are designed to expand at once you get to a lower velocity. They're designed differently, basically.
Yeah.
So you
So
basically
my
got to pick your
question is
trajectory.
though, from a 6.5 Creedmoor to like a 243. The 243 runs a lighter bullet, obviously.
In most rifles, but it can run the same. It can run the same projectile if you have a faster twist, which
Yeah.
more rifle
Yeah,
companies
but
are moving towards.
in general, the 243 runs what 100
100
Probably
grains.
130.
195 to
Anywhere between
130.
195 to about 130,
So
135.
Oh, yeah. Because you're talking about 243. I
yeah.
got confused. Yeah.
So if you're gonna, what would be the difference from like, because you can buy 95. I have them. I got them right there in the drawer. I've got 95 grain 6.5 Creedmoor loads that I can load that thing with. They're hunting rounds, hunting bullets.
Simply
What would be the difference between shooting a deer with that versus
displacement.
243?
Displacement. Simply put, if you have a piece of paper and you poke a hole, this is obviously exaggerated, but if you poke a hole with a needle through that piece of paper versus a shotgun shell, the hole is going to be bigger. That's
240,
obviously exaggerated. 243 versus 6.5, which is 264. It is a thicker around. It has more diameter.
But it's not that much.
It's not that much, but then again, when you're looking at bullets, what's the difference between 264 and 284? It's probably about the same between 243 and
But your bullet
264.
weight, though, still delivers the same amount of energy, right?
Yeah, but it's displacement. Displacement is king. I mean, if you
Yeah.
shoot something, if you shoot
Displacement,
something, yeah.
I mean, the bigger the bullet, the bigger the hole it's going to
I mean, I can understand that between a 30 caliber and a 25 caliber because there's quite a bit of difference in those bullets. But you're talking 243 to 6.5. It's not a huge gap.
Still makes a big difference. And plus, when you think about when it expands, those petals expand even more on a 264 versus a
True.
243.
True.
But the faster the bullet, if you've got enough weight, can produce more foot-pounds of energy.
Yeah.
Like that's like the case with a 30-06 and a 25-06. You get that bullet moving so fast, it just feels like you're getting punched.
Yeah.
But also,
But I could also be completely wrong on that one.
but yeah, and there's a whole argument where kinetic energy means nothing, and I'm like, well, it doesn't at it means something when you get out to 700 yards
Yeah.
and
Well,
you're shooting a 22 versus a 33 caliber.
Yeah.
Like that means something at 700 yards where it's
The
going.
further you get out, the bigger difference it makes.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Because, like, you shoot a coyote with a 223 versus a 17 Remington. 17 Remington, I have never seen a coyote get up and run off after hitting them with that. Because it is going so fast. Even though it's a tiny little bullet, it just, the energy from that bullet just craters them.
So what do you use for 223 ammo on coyotes?
Sometimes I shoot them with the 32 grain VMAX.
Okay.
The lighter ones.
Yeah.
They're faster.
Well, I mean,
But
yeah.
there again, it's getting shot out of an 8-inch or 11.5-inch barrel too, not a.
Well, and your muzzle velocity with a 223 is what, 3,100 feet per second?
I don't think it would be out of that rifle because
Okay.
I think it'd be more like 28, 29.
29. Okay, but that's still pretty fast. But your 17 Remington is what, 4,200?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big difference, dude.
Yeah.
And also those varmint bullets, like the faster you push those things when they hit the target, the bigger. Like they're designed to explode.
Yeah.
They're not designed to open up. They're literally designed to explode.
They're
like a
fragmenters.
grenade. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the faster they go, the bigger the explosion.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my fucking hamstrings are smoked. Oh, I'm hurting, fellas.
I told you to quit jacking off and running.
I know. It's from Dennis Donnelly and over the weekend, but anyways,
That's kind of why I like my 22 250 because it's. Oh, I can't wait to get that one put together because you're pushing a 22 caliber 55 grain bullet
Yep.
at almost the speeds that a 204 is.
yeah. I'm gonna when I build my next Remington 700, it's gonna be one of those Rem Age. It's gonna have one of those Rem Age barrel nuts. Mm-hmm. So it's basically going to be a Remington 700 with a Savage barrel type nut on it, so that I can switch it between 22 GT, and I'll be able to shoot 90 grainers out of that. So 90 grains for coyotes or anything else.
Deer, antelope.
Antelope would be that'd be a great gun.
That'd be a great antelope gun.
And it's going to be small. It's probably going to be an 18 to 20 inch barrel, suppressed, and then I'll be able to do a quick switch on that with. I have a 6mm barrel that I can shoot. I believe those 87 grain VMAXs out of. I won't be able to go up to 100, but I might be able to shoot the 88 grainers out of that. Possibly 90. Not sure about 90. I'll have to see how it shoots. And then I also have what? Yeah. It's kind of a faster twist. Mm-hmm. I think it's got a 1 in 9 twist on it for a 6mm, so I can probably shoot.
You can probably get up to 100.
Yeah, maybe. But the 6mm GT and the 22 GT are going to be like hunting cartridges. I'm not going to shoot PR. I already have a PRS gun. Mm-hmm. And then my dad's got, I think, 7 1 in 12 twist 30 cal barrels. So I'm going to throw a 308 on that.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to shoot 168 grain bullets out of that for whatever. And that's going to be an 18 to 20 inch barrel as well. Yeah. So suppressed. So I'm going to have the setup with
so gun. Why would you go Remington? Why would you build a Remage?
Because I already have a Remington 700 action.
Without you have this.
You already have the action.
I already have the action.
Okay. I was just curious because, I think personally, my opinion is that the Savage actions are just as good.
Oh, 100%. Actually, they're probably better build quality. No, they're definitely better build quality, and they are
stronger.
They might be stronger, and they're also what do I want to say? They're probably a little bit more reliable. But the thing is that Remington 700s, they just have so many aftermarket parts and stuff like that. But this went down way too fucking fast, dude. This is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to sleep on your couch, Brent.
That's all right. That's what it's there for. Yeah, because I just bought this Savage action here. That's in the vise behind me.
I love that bolt knob.
Dude, it come out really good. I was super impressed with it. Super impressed with that action.
I've been super impressed with the scope that I bought,
Archon?
and then the Archon, and then recommended to you. Because I'm not going to put that on a 7mm or a 300 Win Mag. That's going to be 22 250, and 22 GT has less recoil probably than a 22 250. So you could put the shittiest scope on that, and it would be. But I mean, I've been really impressed with the Archon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I just got that scope set on there right now. I'm gonna have to redo it all once I get the stock here.
well, and
It's probably not.
Anywhere
I
close.
just set it on there just
yeah.
for whatever.
Well, and with 22-250, you shouldn't have to dial up or down a whole lot.
No.
I mean, I used to have huge
Well,
issues
that
with,
scope has the capabilities of doing all that. It's
yeah,
you know that's a not that scope costs more money than my Arkin did by a long ways.
yeah. I like the ability to dial with ballistic turrets. And I've got the balloons placed on them, so I can
Yeah.
just dial straight to like 300.
Yeah.
I always had an issue shooting those 55 grainers at. I was good up to 350 yards, and then I just couldn't. I felt like I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn at that ram at a dare. And so I was talking to Scotty. He was like, "Oh no, mine's good up to like 600 yards." And I was like, "Dude, how do you even hear the impact at 600 yards on something like that?" So I finally broke down and bought one of those Arkans because I think it was like 40% off. I think they were coming out with a new model and they just wanted to get rid of stock. So I jumped on that real quick.
Dude, I bought this one here. They had a hell of a sale on them.
Yeah,
I bought one for something. I don't even have a rifle to put it on.
Yeah.
probably your
Do
new
that 300 win.
yeah, your new PRS gun. But I did a video where I forgot my scope cam, and I usually do that with a scope cam so you can see the trace and stuff like that and see the impact, and you can really dial it in with my spotting scope. And I also realized that my microphones were dead, so I was just going off of camera audio, which camera audio is fine if you're doing like maybe this type of stuff, but if you're doing anything more, you want a kind of a nice microphone to pick everything up and stuff like that. And I shot 5 shots at that ram with the new Arkin scope, and I think I hit 4 out of 5 on that ram, which is at 548 yards, 550 yards. And I was like, I've never been able to do this with a 22-250. So, I mean that if you've got the right glass on it, you can do pretty much whatever you want. And of course, dude, I don't think I'm ever gonna shoot anything like a coyote. I don't think I'm ever gonna shoot a coyote at 550 yards. And if I am, I'm not gonna expect very much out of it. And by then, I don't even know what the projectile would do.
Yeah, 400 yards is pretty long poke
Yeah,
on a coyote. That my 204 is totally capable of that. I've done it before. But when we went crow hunting in Kingman, I like I hit a couple crows at 300 yards
we
with
need
the
to do a trip
204.
up to Kingman.
Yeah,
Dude, I've never seen so many coyotes. And I've never seen so many coyotes that were so stupid that they would just sit there like all day during daylight.
yeah.
I mean, I was bow hunting up there at your brother's place. And of course I saw deer, but I couldn't get to them because you can see down those lanes probably a quarter mile through those trees, but they can also see you. And they're lower to the ground, so they can see underneath them and see you coming. So it's really hard. They could see you, and you could tell that they were looking at you. They wouldn't run, but also when they saw you like approaching at all, they'd just kind of walk at the same pace away from you. So you couldn't. I
You
couldn't
gain
get.
on them.
No, I couldn't get within 250 yards of them.
Well, if we go
So
back down there, what we'll have to do is we'll have to have my brother get his side by side at and drive us out there to him because they'll just sit there and then we can get out side by side. And
Let him drive off, and
yeah,
we'll do the cheating hunting way.
but that's for bow hunting.
Yeah.
For gun hunting, I swear I had a coyote so stupid that I set up in a blind around around some stuff, and there was like a leaking water line that had some water around it, and of course some pecans. And so if they came through there, they were dead. But I had a coyote come in behind me and get as close as that rack right there, and I had my pistol on me, so I could have just pulled. I could have just pulled it out, and I mean, it came up and looked straight at me for about 10 seconds, and I was like, "What are you doing, dude?"
Yeah.
But I didn't want to, I didn't want to have a gunshot scare anything off. But dude, I could have killed 8 coyotes out there in 2 hours.
Yeah,
There are
we need to go
so
up there.
many goddamn coyotes out there. We need
That's
to
what
make
I
a
was
trip.
telling you the other day. We should have just
That's what we should have done this weekend.
took off this weekend and went up there. We got to do that. We got to go up there.
Sounds gay. I'm in.
I got a new 204 I need to pop the cherry on.
Is that your AR? Yeah. Have you popped your cherry on the suppressed?
Oh yeah, that one done killed one already.
Was that the one right out here by your pool?
No, that was 12 gauge with buckshot.
Oh shit! Fuck. You sent me that picture, and it was just you like looking down at it. I was like, I know exactly where that is. I was like,
Yeah.
that coyote had some balls.
I got a box of buckshot right there, and I just grabbed shotgun off the rack, threw a shell in it, walked out there, and he was facing away from me. He never even seen me.
That guy had some balls coming this close to this house, man. Look at the fucking rack.
I was sitting right here. My mom walked in the front door. And I ain't got a back door. And she goes, "There's a coyote right out here by the pool." I grabbed that shotgun, threw a buckshot in it, run out the door.
I mean, look at the wall behind you. That coyote had some fucking balls, dude. That coyote was suicidal
Yeah.
coming here.
Well, I thought about getting one of those down, but then it was during the day. We've got all these bastards running around out here on this solar project. And like the last thing I need is for a bullet to ricochet and go out there and hit somebody. That's why I grabbed a 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Probably the first time you shot a 12 gauge in a while.
That's the first time I've ever. Well, yeah, that's the first time I've ever killed a coyote with buckshot. I've always shot them with a rifle. Always. I've shot them with rifles, pistols. I've shot them with a lot of different things, but never shot one with buckshot. I've shot them with 7.5 shot birdshot.
Done that.
We was out pheasant hunting in Kansas one time. I was probably, I don't know, 17, 18 years old. It wouldn't have been 7.5. It would have been more like 6 probably. I hadn't a gun then, but he jumped up right at my feet and took off running. And tell you what, birdshot will fuck him up. One shot, and he just went head over heels. But it was pretty close range too.
Yeah.
Shot him with a 45 Colt. I shot him with a 44 Magnum. Shot him with 357. Shot him 9mm.
Shot him with a 45.
What was that gun Timmy had? Was that a?
It was a 380.
No, that was a. I shot one with a 380. That would fit in my hand.
Yeah.
We don't need to go into specifics of that one.
All we can say is he had it coming.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing I ever shot a coyote with was a 338 Win Mag.
Good fucking God, dude. Did you just rip it in half?
It kind of exploded.
So I mean, you saw when I shot it with the when I shot with Rhonda 6.5 by 55. I mean, it hit kind of low, but there was a chunk taken out of the bottom of the coyote. Like it died instantly because I mean the heart exploded, and then it just exploded the bottom chest area
Yeah.
to where there was nothing left.
Honestly, the worst I've ever seen a coyote get pummeled is with that 204. The last coyote I shot, I damn near blew him in half with that rifle. That rifle is so devastating on coyotes. And like a jackrabbit, it just vaporizes them.
Yeah, that's what velocity will do.
Yeah, they're close. I think that one's real close to 4,000. We had a chrono it sometime. I think it's real pushing with the loads that I'm shooting. I reloaded. I think they're pushing 4 out of that.
Well, besides this weekend, I hadn't seen you in 2 weeks, and then I hadn't seen you in about a month.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Last time I think I seen you, you come out here and we went coyote hunting.
Yeah. I think that's correct.
And I shot that coyote up there on the hill.
Yeah. Actually, the last time I probably saw you was when I came and picked up the rotary hammer, which I need to get back to you.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But after this weekend, I shouldn't need it anymore. Because I needed to tear up a whole bunch of shit at my house.
Yeah.
But that was the last time I saw you.
I know we're going to be needing it back here before too long because we're going to build a deck on the front of Mom and Dad's house.
Okay.
We got to drill a whole bunch of anchor bolts in.
Yep, I'll get that back to you next week. So, but it helped out a whole lot. Dude, that would have been a miserable job without a rotary hammer, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, tile is probably my least favorite thing in the world to do.
Yeah, I don't do tile.
So I just had to rip up a whole bunch of tile and a whole bunch of the grout and stuff like that was left over, and I would not have been able to do it without that thing. But cost of renting it, you're gonna have two new bits. So,
And a case of beer.
yeah.
Works for me. So, Gump, tell us about your new rifle that you're going to build.
Oh, that 300 Win Mag?
Yeah.
Well, it's a 300 Win Mag I've had for years. The action's pretty much just sitting there. You might as well do something with it. Make it a long-range rifle for shits and giggles.
You gonna take it to Mike?
Just pretty much just needs to be re-barreled. And
Yeah, you gonna take it to Mike? He can
yeah,
do that.
probably.
I can also do that. It just might take more time.
It just needs a new barrel. Throw a chassis stock on it or some sort of good decent stock on it. It's got a cheap ass
What action is it?
700.
Okay, so you will need to do the headspace. It's not like a Savage
Yeah.
barrel where
Well, you could put a Savage barrel on it and do the Savage barrel nut.
Yeah.
Which would turn it into what he calls a rimage, which is what they're called. Which is probably what I would do if I was going to do it, because it just makes it easier for future if you ever decide, fuck this, I don't want to do a shoot it. But here's the thing too, if you're going to barrel it anyways, why not rebarrel it into a 300 PRC or something?
I would do that.
If you're going to rebarrel it anyways.
Yeah, the bolt face is the same, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. It is the same. It's a Magnum bolt.
Yeah.
Face.
Then
Yep.
If I'm gonna rebarrel it, fuck it. 300 PRC it is.
That's what I would do.
And the 300 PRC barrels come with a faster twist rate. You'd have to, but the thing about when you get the magnums, you really have to do your research and you really have to figure out what projectile weight you are going to shoot most of the time, and do it that way. Because once you get into the magnums, like with the smaller calibers, they'll jump up like 5 grains a piece. With those magnums, they'll jump up like 20 grains a piece. So you really got to figure out what twist you want to do and what projectile you're going to shoot. Which, I mean, I think the 200s, and of course, like for factory ammo, Hornady makes great ammo for the 300 PRCs and stuff like that.
And two, I think the 300 PRC would be a little less violent if you're gonna be shooting a lot of rounds through it.
It's a shorter cartridge, and they seat the bullet out way longer. But it's about the same as the 300 Win Mag.
As far as recoil?
As far as recoil, yeah.
They're all violent. It's a Magnum.
Yeah. At least I would say.
I haven't shot one, so
It's probably not going to be noticeable.
I've shot a 300 mag, but I've never shot a 300 PRC, so I wouldn't know.
Dude, I mean, I know you guys aren't fans of it, but I put a brake on my 7mm.
I fucking hate your brake. That motherfucker blows my eardrums out.
Dude.
I think my ears are still ringing from the last time we were shooting around it.
But the thing is, behind the rifle, you really don't.
No, because it's the guys that are standing beside you.
Well, fuck the guy standing next to me, dude.
Get their fucking
fuck 'em.
Shit rocked.
Yeah, dude. I don't care. But I put that's my deer hunting gun.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Like I don't really care. And half the time, I've noticed that with deer, the fucking louder the explosion, the less they move. Seriously, like I've shot a 44 Magnum in the woods at 50 yards at a group of deer, and they just looked up and went, "What the fuck was that?" Like, but you shoot an arrow in the woods, my God, did they go all running? It's almost like it freezes them like headlights. So,
well, it's probably so loud. It's probably so loud they fucking
short circuits their little brains.
And here's my theory about that. Okay, and my dad does not believe in this, but I have so much evidence of just blowing out the woods with a 44 Magnum in Ohio that I am comfortable in my data, my statistical data on this. I think it like deer are so sensitive to noises and certain noises as well that when you do a 44 Magnum in the woods or a really loud shotgun in the woods, it's almost like sensory overload where it freezes them because they're like, oh my gosh, that's so loud, I don't know what to do. So, but I put that brake on that 7mm Remington Magnum, I could shoot that all day. All freaking day. All day.
Or you could just buy a suppressor.
Yeah, I know.
And it would do the same damn thing, and your friends
then your rifle is fucking 10 foot long.
But the other thing is for the length, that doesn't really matter to me because I'm not going through woods and shit like that. Most of the time with that gun, I'm hunting in the desert, so the length doesn't matter to me. It's I'm going to need a suppressor for every single gun, and that can get real fucking expensive, and I do not have the money for that.
No,
right now.
You just buy one that fits them all.
No, well, Zach has a different opinion. Everybody at Sprague's has told me, no, buy a suppressor for a specific gun, and you keep it on that gun, which gets real fucking expensive.
I don't believe that at all. I've got one that I run on how many different rifles. It's rated for 75 different calibers. And I'm going to tell you right now, I screwed it on this bad boy here the other day. And I went out and I sighted it in. So fucking nice.
Yeah.
And it's a 9 millimeter. It's 38 caliber can.
I still wouldn't shoot it without ear protection.
Dude, you can. It's so quiet.
I would not do it. I would not shoot it without ear protection. Now, if you're out hunting and you're going to shoot 1 or 2 shots, like, it's acceptable. But dude, man, I was next to a guy who was shooting a suppressed 300 Win Mag, and he must have shot 40 shot. He must have shot 40 times, and I was next to him, and I felt it in my chest on a suppressed.
You
gun.
want that one?
On a suppressed gun, and he had no ear protection in, and I just looked over at him. And I'm
When
like,
we get
You're
done,
a fucking dumbass.
When we
dude.
get done, we're gonna put the can on us and go out there.
Again, I would play it safe and at least have some of those, even if they're not all the way in there. I would have the foam thingies. I would have the foam thingies in there to make sure, because dude, I'm already deaf as shit as it is. My employees make fun of me all the time because I am deaf. I'm deaf like Helen Keller, man. And they already make fun of me, and I just don't have the hearing to lose, you know?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I've shot guns my entire life, and I've hardly ever wore ears. And I don't think that is as hard on me as walking up and servicing irrigation wells, 454s with open headers and that kind of stuff. Because when you're standing there, I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird feeling you get. It's so fucking loud, and
so
it's
concussive.
So just continuous, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, that gun with a can on it is so quiet. It surprised me, because I didn't think it was going to be like that. But that fucking can that I got on that gun,
It's
like shooting a 22 without a can on it.
I shot the 22 250 and killed a coyote with it. I didn't even fucking hear it. It was unsuppressed.
When you're hunting, you don't notice you don't
hear it.
But yeah, it's.
I'll tell you what.
You need to shoot it. I think you'd be really surprised.
Oh, I know. It's just like if I'm sighting it in, I would still put on ears. But if you're going out coyote hunting and you're going to shoot 1 or 2 shots a day, like, yeah, it'll be much more pleasant and stuff like that. But
if I'm coyote hunting, I hope I shoot more than 1 or 2 times. I'm hoping to drop 5 or 6 dogs in a day.
I don't know.
I don't have those.
I wouldn't wear hearing with it. I wouldn't wear ears with that. It's so stupid quiet.
I'll tell
that
you
204. That 204 also is the same way with the can on it. It just.
I'll tell you what though. My ears did ring when I had to shoot at that mountain lion in the Kofas though. That shit was so, and it wasn't even the initial shot. It was the echo coming back and forth through the mountain. It must have echoed 8 or 9 times.
Yeah.
In between the canyon.
You know, honestly, the gun that hurts my ears the worst of anything I've ever shot
is my SIG.
My 45 autos. Kimbers. Those 1911s for some reason get my ears. Your SIG's ridiculous too.
Dude, there was one time where we were shooting out by a dare, and we just stopped off, and I normally wear foamies and the cans when I shoot that SIG. That's my home defense and my self defense gun.
Well, the good thing about that is if somebody ever breaks in your house, the
Yeah.
first shot you crack on that thing, they're gonna shit fucking color Sherwin-Williams ain't heard of, because that is gonna be so loud in your house.
Especially your house. Your house echoes like a
Dude.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but we were out there at Adair, and you were shooting your CZ, and you know it was kind of loud because we didn't have ear protection because it was after the
It was after Walk the Trail.
Yeah,
So when we
And
stopped
I-
over at the dump.
I brought out my SIG. I shot it once, and I was like, "No, we're done, and like it ruined the whole vibe.
Yeah.
My SIG is a vibe ruiner, which for a self-defense gun, I fucking love that aspect.
And we,
It is a
even had
vibe
we had
ruiner.
improvised earplugs. We put bullet casings in
Yeah.
our ears, and we
Yeah.
still were fucking.
Well, no, I mean, you shoot that fucking gun he's got in this room, it'd cave all three of our chests in.
I know that fucking thing is fucking horrible.
But
Even my little 45 XDS isn't that bad.
Yeah.
But my 1911s, for some reason, the 45 has a crack to it that really hurts my ears. And I don't know.
I've never experienced that with 19.
Nines don't bother me. 40s don't bother me, but the 45s for some reason really hurt my ears. Like, I mean, it hurts like way down in there, like bad when I shoot them.
Must
No.
just be the frequency.
Which is why I only own one fucking 45.
I think
I don't like shooting them.
I think it has a lot to do with the gun and barrel design of the gun because so I have the Ruger Red Hawk, okay? That's my deer hunting gun for Ohio. It's the silver one with the scope on it. My dad has probably the sexiest revolver I've ever shot, and it's a Dan Wesson 44 Magnum, okay? And on that gun, you can actually, it doesn't have a pinned barrel. You can actually remove the barrel and do a switch barrel on it. And that gun sounds completely different than my Red Hawk. So the 44 Red Hawk, the Red Hawk that I have is very much a loud like kaboom, and the Dan Wesson is more like a whoosh.
Yeah.
It's completely different, and they both have the same barrel length, same caliber, but it sounds completely different. It's weird, but like my dad's Dan Wesson, oh my god, that's the sexiest revolver I've. Have I ever showed you a picture of his Dan Wesson?
No, but I know what they are because Danny Shuck over here on the corner,
Yeah.
he had a 41 Magnum Dan Wesson.
41 special or 41
It was a mag, and we used to shoot that all the time.
I'll tell you what, 41 Magnum is a sexy caliber, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why that round died.
It died because you had 44 Magnum and 357. Both are two of the most popular cartridges ever. So it's like the in between that killed it off. But goddamn, is it the best of both worlds? But again, you know, most people had both 357 and 44 Magnum. So why would you need a 41 Magnum?
Yeah.
But I told you guys that my dream home defense gun is a 44 Magnum suppressed lever gun, where I do the hand loads to get those 300 grain bullets, like the really heavy bullets. And then, but I also kind of want a 41 Magnum lever gun.
Just
But
get a judge.
Revolvers, revolver cartridges, I love hand loading revolver cartridges. They are so easy to hand load, and there's minuscule amounts of powder involved. You can like the powder will last you for
a long
years. With rifles, especially when you get into 300 Wisdom, like you'll go through is it a pint?
Pound.
Pound. Pound. You'll go through a pound of powder, like just sighting it in. For revolvers, oh my gosh, you'll get a pound of 2400 or something like that for those magnums, and man, it'll be 20 grains, 18 grains at the most. Just
Yeah, like when I loaded those 45s there, 45 Colt, it just took that much powder in that little tube.
well, and if you're doing subsonic, it's gonna be 9 grains.
Oh yeah.
9 grains, because that bullet is gonna seat way down in there because it's 300 grains. It's gonna be a long ass bullet. And if you're doing subsonic, oh my gosh, I want a 44 Magnum because I already have the loading dies for it, and I already know my loads for it.
You know what I would like to have in a lever action? I'd like to have a 444. That's what I'd like to have.
444 Marlin. Those things kick like a fucking mule.
I know.
Well,
I think-
you've shot my Red Hawk.
Yeah. It doesn't recoil on that doesn't bother me one bit.
Well, and I've given you guys full power loads in that. The trick to a 44 Magnum is realizing that you're only going to get one shot, and so you just like focus on squeezing the trigger, and when it goes off, you just basically take it where it wants to go, let it go where it wants to go, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's like when we were out here and I took that video of you in slow motion.
Yeah.
I have a 44 mag in there. It's a Blackhawk, Super Blackhawk.
My dad has one of those, yeah.
I got a 629 44 mag Smith & Wesson.
That's a nice gun.
My dad
Nickel.
has 2 Super Blackhawks in 44 Magnum, and he has never shot a 44 Magnum out of those. He does 44 special loads
44
out of those.
specials.
Which, the cool thing about revolver cartridges is that you can load it down to 44 special.
Oh yeah, you can load
it's-
those magnums right there. Once you shoot them, you can reload them down to 44 special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real easy. But that's not why I have a 45 Colt if I want that.
Yeah.
I want the fucking Magnum for the Magnum, you know. Why I got the 45 Colt also, because
I'd love to have a 44 Magnum lever gun.
you know a buddy of mine used to when we were growing up out here. There's a kid out here named Rex, and he had a Winchester 94 and 44 mag, and that was a fun gun. We took it out coyote hunting all the time. You talk about thumping them fuckers. Yeah, you know, it hit them with a hollow point 44 mag.
Split them in twine.
And
Well,
I have a 357 mag lever gun that I really like to shoot. Couple 30-30s.
Well, and I'm
30-30s are a fun gun to suppress too. They've got some new subsonic loads out there for 30-30s that are pretty badass.
Well, I tried to kill a deer last time we were out with one.
yeah. Well, and I'm telling you, for 44 Magnum, if you're looking for a projectile, just go with the Hornady XTPs.
Yeah.
My God, do those things ruin deer. If you hit it in the thoracic cavity, it will turn into liquid.
Yeah.
My God, when we've shot deer in Ohio, we've shot them all the way up to 80 yards. And that's a poke for Ohio because it's in the wintertime when all the trees are dormant and you just get like, twigs, so you can see pretty far, but 80 yards is a poke, and when you hit and with a revolver, 80 yards is a crazy shot to take.
Yeah.
And the 200 grain Hornady XTPs out of a 44 Magnum will ruin deer. There was a point there where I was missing a whole bunch because I had a whole bunch of target panic because I was young and I didn't realize it was me. So I was missing, and I thought I was hitting the deer. I wasn't, and it wasn't going down. And so I was like, well, I'm thinking about getting, a 50, a 500 Smith & Wesson and all that, or a 464, a 454 Casull, or a 464 S&W. And then I kind of like fixed my, or discovered the issue of my target panic and went out to the range and actually put a lot of rounds down range. And then I hit a deer at 60 yards, and holy shit, did that Hornady XTP do its fucking job masterfully.
Just dropped
and
them.
I was like, for Ohio, that's all I need. That's all I need. If I hit it in the thoracic cavity, it's going to die before it hits the ground. And when you hit them in the thoracic cavity, their legs just come up like this, and then they're suspended midair for a second, and then they just plop to the ground, and it's over.
Have you ever noticed on a coyote, when you get a really good hit on a coyote, their back legs come up, their tail goes out, and they sit right down on their asshole.
Yep.
Every time. I mean, they fucking
Every
pile
single time.
drive their balloon knot right into the fucking dirt. You watch.
I've seen it.
I'm not bullshitting you. You start watching videos, and when you see a coyote that's hit really good, their fucking back legs
Their
go
ass
out,
end just fucking.
their tail goes out, and they fucking balloon knot it right on the ground.
On that note, let's take a break.
Balloon knot. You need to pee?
I need to pee.
All right, go for it.
Anybody else need to pee?
Balloon knot.
That was fucking epic.
They do too. Like, I'm not kidding you. I've watched
Jesus.
hundreds of videos where I've seen this happen.
Well, dude, I've seen it where I've shot them where they've done it.
Oh, I have too.
Balloon knot.
They do. They fucking plant that fucker right on the ground. They give
Their
that
stink
fucking,
star.
They put the stink star right on the dirt.
Oh, fuck.
Shit the bed.
I'm glad we checked that. I do like that proficiency flash you got there.
It looks pretty good.
I got a bunch of them.
I like it.
Bunch of proficiency.
I do too. I have 3 of them.
I got like 5 or 6 of them. I think they're one of the best
Budget.
inexpensive rod and reels you can buy.
Yeah. I just picked up one from Sportsman's. It was originally $69.99. And I got a Memorial Day deal on it, so
Yeah.
I rigged it out with braid. But I like it a lot.
I didn't even know which one's the flat. Which one is the flash?
It's the neon. It's the all neon green. Or
Okay.
chartreuse.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's real stiff.
It's always best to have a stiff rod.
I kind of like the medium powers because you can really like flick that thing.
No. Have you got one of them rod holsters yet?
The covers?
No,
or
holsters that go on your belt, so
No.
that when you put it in there, and then you have both your hands to change your hook or tie your. Dude, you need to get one. They're fucking bitching.
Yeah. You got a lot of accessories that I'm jealous of. I'm about ready to invest in one of those archery chairs. I'm about
Do it.
ready.
Yeah, there's one in there. I'll show it to you when we're done. I bought myself one. I bought Slade one, and I bought my wife one. They're real cool because you can drop your rod in it. And it goes on your belt. You drop your rod in it, and you can change. That way, it frees up both your hands to fucking change bait or lures or whatever you want to do. And I don't even do that anymore. I got 4 fucking bait casters when I go bass fishing. I take all 4 of them, and I have all 4 of them set up with different shit. And I just switch. go back and forth. You watch these fucking guys that do these bass tournaments, they'll have 10 fucking rods on their boat, all
Well,
set up different.
Also, I was having a conversation with you where they put on like 80-pound braid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, that's a fucking ocean rig at that point, dude.
Well, you're trying to pull a
Yeah.
8-9 pound bass out of the thickest, nastiest shit you can believe of.
Yeah.
If you're a tournament fisherman, you want the heaviest shit possible because you don't want that anything to break.
Yeah.
You want that shit to just.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically, it's basically a winch at that point.
Yeah.
I'm not that. Cool.
What kind of braid do you run?
I just use 20.
Yeah, I've got several of them with 20, and I got several of them with 30.
But that's why I have like the 8-pound leader on the front. And of course, all my shit's set up wrong.
I don't even use a leader. I run the dart.
You have a leader on the flash.
Yeah, because of the collar.
Yeah. I have a leader on...
But I don't even know if that matters.
Well, I have a leader on mine so that if it gets caught on something, it'll break real easy. And I don't have to cut the braid off.
Yeah.
So it'll just snap the monofilament, and then I can fucking
The
tie
only
it on
reason I
another.
put a leader, there's two I actually do have leaders on two of them, and it's because they got bright colored braid in them. But I don't even know if that really matters.
I don't think it does.
It depends on what you're fishing for, where you're fishing, what you're doing.
Now, trout are super line sensitive. So
Yeah.
you have to be really careful on trout what color of line you use. You kind of have to match the line to whatever you're fishing in, right?
Yeah.
With trout. Bass don't really seem to give a fuck.
No.
Well,
You could run a winch cable down there if it's got the right lure on it, it'll eat.
you taught me this. It's just like bass aren't about, most of the time when you're catching bass, it's not about food. It's about a threat to them and shit like that. So
It depends on the time of year too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were fishing and like, I'm not any kind of great fisherman at all, but I mean, you were telling me that like most of the time when they're protecting their nests, they bite because it's a threat to them.
Yeah,
and
they
their nests,
if
so-
you can find them spawning on their beds, they're gonna buy. I don't give a fuck. You could throw anything.
You
down
could throw a fucking lead jig head
Yeah.
and drag it across and it'll eat it.
Yeah.
But you and I have talked about this before where I've never caught anything topwater.
I struggle top water. I've never. Now,
Everybody else I know uses topwater and they're like, oh my God, it works every time. And I'm just like, I throw frogs, I throw chatterbaits, I throw crankbaits. I'm just like, dude, I never get anything off of a top or mid-level water.
I have trouble with top water too, and I don't know what it is.
I love poppers.
I've got poppers. I've got fucking. What are those ones that got the little propeller on the back called?
Chatterbaits.
Jitterbugs.
No, they're whopper ploppers.
Whopper
Ploppers.
yeah.
That you watch videos on YouTube and all these motherfuckers cast them and just snagging them. I've never caught anything on a whopper plopper, not one time. And I have.
Here's the biggest thing about running topwater. Early morning or just right at this time when it's sunset. That's when you want to run topwater. Right at sunrise or just then. And then you want to make sure that if you've got wind, not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
You want that water like glass. When that water's like glass and you're running to topwater,
Well,
almost
maybe,
guaranteed.
Maybe that's my problem because I've put about 1,400 miles on one of my whopper ploppers, and I haven't even had a fish even fucking look at the cocksucker.
First thing in the morning. I mean, I'm talking gray light is when you want to throw a whopper plopper.
No, well, that's probably some of my problem too, because
I'll test that tomorrow. I think I have a whopper plopper.
I got a couple if you want to borrow them.
Hey, I'll borrow one. I'll replace it. I'll replace it when I snag it, not if I snag it.
Dude,
But I'll take my new rod out tomorrow before
I got
work.
a penis lure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gump gave it to me for my birthday.
I've seen people catch them on the Trump lure, dude.
Really? That's what I'm saying. I don't think with bass, I don't think it matters.
It's more opportunity and proximity.
So today, for example, I was at the lake this morning, and I was in a back. I was clear in the back. There's a pretty deep channel back there. And it's real secluded from everything else. You can sit there and watch the fish swim underneath you. And there's fucking bass in there. I shit you not, Dave, that big.
I saw one at my special spot.
And
that
I
was like,
threw
holy
everything in my fucking tackle box, these little cocksuckers. And they would come over there, they'd swim over and look at it, but they wouldn't take it.
Dude, I saw a massive bass the other day at my secret location that both of you know about. That's not so secret, but whatever. That's where I catch all my bass at.
That one place over by the tree.
Yes. And I like normally if you're like I throw Cincos because that's what I've had best luck with and stuff like that. And you know, I've actually gotten pretty good at skipping them into the tulies and stuff like that. And normally, if you skip them in the right spot, I swear to God, I skipped it and it went into the tulies, and that bass came out of the water and got it before it went back into the water. And I was like, holy fuck, that's the fastest I've ever caught, because it just pissed him off.
Yeah.
But normally, like, you'll skip it in there and they'll get scared of the line and go away. This bass I swear I was sort of like, you know, teasing it. This bass, I swear to God, it went past my line and hit its top fin on my line, and it could not have given less of a fuck.
No.
And I was just like, I was like, how do you catch that thing, dude?
It's weird how that is sometimes, because we were way up on the Colorado, like way past what's that cabin?
Stone Cabin.
Stone Cabin. We were way up past Stone Cabin. There's a spot up there on the Colorado where there's cliffs on both sides that are fucking tower up above you, right?
Up there towards Cable Lake.
Yeah. And there's a spot on the lake there where there's kind of a corner in it, and it's real calm water, or on the river. It's kind of pretty calm water, because that you can pretty much just sit in there with your boat or jet ski or whatever and fish, and you don't really move, because the water, the main channel of the river, is way the fuck over here. And I was throwing this, I call them rotten banana Cincos. They're black and yellow, look like bananas. And I threw this fucking Cinco into the tulies, and this fucking bass came clear out of the fucking water and tried to take it on the cast.
Yeah.
He missed it, but it was fucking cool. And then, you know, it's so funny, because when a bass decides it's gonna bite, it's gonna bite, and they're gonna come in hard, and nothing's gonna detour them.
I have the opposite.
But they when they hit, and they hit fast. Like yesterday, I was pulling swim bait over here on this canal by Matt Fieldgrove shop. I was pulling swim bait, and I seen him. He came in from the side, and he hit that fucking swim bait and took it. And I got pictures on my phone. I fucking got his ass. Like, he hit it so fucking hard. And he came, I don't even know where he came from, how he even seen it from wherever he was at. But he came in from over here on the side, just boom, hit that fucker.
I have the opposite experience as you. I've seen you out there where that bass will hit your line and fucking just run, and you hit it immediately and you catch it. With my experience with bass has been wildly different. So normally, if they'll take my line and like kind of swim away with it, and if I hit it immediately, they'll just spit it right out. I have to let them take it a bit, and then let my rod sort of go, and then I'll pull back. Like
Yeah.
I have to let him take it a little bit and then pull back. That's when I catch bass. But I've seen you where you're just like sitting there, and the second it takes it, you hook it and you're good to go. I've never had any luck with like the second they hit it and they take like my Cinco always comes back at me. But I know when they start taking it, but they'll like bite it and then start to swim away.
It's like a slow bite.
It's a slow bite. Every single bass I've caught has been a slow bite, and I almost have to like give them, because the line will get taut like real slowly, and I have to like let them take it for a second and then hit it. But that's my experience.
You're catching most of your fish off of Cincos.
Correct.
And with Cincos, 90% of the time, it's a soft bite.
Yeah.
Because they come up and they go and they mouth it. And unless you're hooking it like a wacky worm, they tend to go to the back and then they kind of work their way up.
Yeah.
Like if you wacky worm it, for some reason when it does this.
I had a lot of soft bites on a Cinco. Texas rig, you know.
But if you're running a swim bait
but swim baits, I love catching them on swim
when they're
baits.
on swim baits, they hit it hard because it's coming, it's moving fast. It's like hitting them on a spinner bait.
Yeah.
Have you caught one on a swim bait?
Mm-mm.
You ought to try them. I'll show you which ones that I really like.
The zooms.
No, Strike King has a couple that really work good out here. And then also Berkeley has a couple that work really good here.
I've ran zooms for years.
The ones that you buy though, are they already got the hook in them and stuff? So there's a lot of different ones that you can buy that have the hook in them already. And Strike King has a totally transparent one with glitter in it, and that one works really good.
It's all about color when you're doing a swim bait.
No, yeah.
The thing about running bass and stuff like that is you could have I bass fished a shitload in high school in my younger life. I mean, I used to bass fish literally probably 150 days a year. Not even joking. Bass tournaments here, bass tournaments there, all over the place. You could have one person running the exact same bait with one different color. Not even that much different. And the person on the front of the boat is catching the shit out of bass, and the person on the back of the boat is not catching shit. Or vice versa, depending on what color you guys are running. It depends on the mood of the fish that day. What do you think? You look at these pro bass fishermen, they have every color of everything you could ever imagine. They don't go out with a little bitty tackle box.
No.
They got 5 of them.
Yeah, they don't go out with noobs, with noob equipment like I do.
I have. It's not all in here. I got some of it's out in my pickup, but I have a lot of fucking plastic bait. A lot of different colors. And I've tried. Today I think I fucking threw everything that you could think of at them some bitches, and they just weren't having it.
Well, Gump and I have had this conversation before, but I think
I'm not a big bass fisherman.
I've
only been doing it for 2 years.
I was never.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, me too. I was never a fisherman until I got out here to Yuma, which was 4 years ago.
Which is wild.
Now
because
trout.
Ohio has some of the best bass fishing in the country.
Now,
well, if you, but you got to remember, I was in the smack dab center, and they have. I think they have some trout there and stuff like that and all of that stuff, but it's
Stock shit, not.
Well, there's rivers there that have fish in them, but I was never, it never interested me until I got out here to Arizona, specifically Yuma, where I started fishing.
Yeah, I'm the same. The bass thing. I've lived in Arizona since 2000, and I just started 2 years. Not even I don't even know if it was 2 years ago. Just started fishing for bass, but we've been fishing trout. I fished. I've got more trout fucking gear than I've got anything, and I can show you how to catch trout.
Yeah. My dream. I don't really have any interest in ocean fishing. Um, but my dream fish is one of those Dolly Varden up in Alaska, where you got the green up top and then the like blaze orange belly. That's my dream fish, and I want to catch it on a fly line.
Fly line.
Yeah.
I like fly fishing. I've done a lot of trout fishing, a lot of fly fishing over the years. Um, until a couple of years ago, all I'd ever done is fish for trout, but brook trout, brown trout, rainbow.
My goal, I
But
don't think I'll get to it this year.
Gumpster is the fucking ocean man.
I
Yeah.
love ocean fishing.
He's got ocean gear for days.
I just don't have like if I had gotten into it in the early 2000s and the 90s, I probably would be. But now, like, dude, those you go to San Diego and you'll spend so goddamn much money. And
You
I know
can-
you could I know that like you've got the connections and shit like that, but it's just like I could go to Alpine for $500. I already have a fly fishing rod. I'd go to Alpine for $500 and go try to fish for trout. Like I
You-
just have
we-
no interest in it, man.
It's so much fun.
I actually enjoy ocean fishing too. I've got a friend in San Diego. We go
Hey, if
fish
we
on the
could
piers.
if we could find an outfitter out in San Diego who like if I just filmed the whole weekend and we
Dude.
could get a discount on that
Dude.
where I would literally put it up on YouTube.
You go do what we do. It don't cost anything. It's fucking fun. I caught a fucking
What is anything?
huh?
What is anything?
Zilch. He brings all the fucking shit. We go out there, fish off the fucking piers and shit. Don't cost a goddamn thing. You don't even got to buy a fucking fishing license.
You're talking inshore fishing.
Yeah, I'm talking ocean.
He's talking offshore.
Yeah.
The shit I like to do. Go out for 4 or 5 days on a boat.
You can fuck off on that shit. You ain't never seeing my fucking skinny white ass. Wait, I ain't skinny. But you ain't never seeing my white ass in a boat in the ocean. Fuck that.
Longest I've ever done was 14 days.
There's shit really fucking big swimming around down there.
Yeah.
Longest I ever did was 14 days on the ocean.
If we could find an outfitter that would give us a big, and I wouldn't even need to fish, but like I would enjoy filming that so much because I'm a camera nerd.
Yeah, well, I ain't going.
We'd have to get your drone again. That'd be funner than shit.
Oh, dude, I would do it, man. If we had an outfitter who was like, hey, just like give me all the footage and like edit it up and shit like that, I would do it, man.
Let me talk to somebody.
We caught about 100-pound bat ray. That was fun. Talk about fighting, pulling.
Those
that
are
bitch.
fun.
Talk about fighting, pulling that bitch.
When I was growing up, we had a house down in Mexico, down in El Golfo.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your salt gun?
Right here, why?
Give me that bitch.
You let a bug in?
Maybe. Anyways, continue.
Our house was 28 miles down the beach in El Tornillo. Literally the middle of fucking nowhere. We used to fish off of the beach and catch stingrays, corvina. We'd go fish off the reef and take boats down. And you'd have to launch off the beach, all kinds of shit. I mean, some of the most off the wall shit you could ever dream of for ocean fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, we had a fucking 14-foot aluminum boat with a 5-horse kicker. We'd take 5 miles off the beach in Mexico.
Mm-mm.
He's basically speaking Japanese to me right now. I have no idea what he's talking about. He's talking about like, you know, what was the motor you were talking? You
Like
said
a 5-horse.
Okay, I have no idea what that means, dude.
Little bitty guy.
Okay.
Yeah, in that translation, he's fucking insane.
In translation, I done shit when I was a kid that most people wouldn't even do as a grown up.
Well, that's because they're fucking smarter when they grow up. I might have done it when I was a kid, but you ain't catching me doing that.
I'd still go do it.
Fuck that bullshit.
I spent enough time in that fucking ocean that
Yeah, I know, but those are the people that die in the ocean because they're like, oh yeah, we know what we're doing. I watch a lot of this I shouldn't be alive fucking shows on fucking Facebook, or not Facebook, on YouTube. Yeah, it's people like that right there that they fucking go out there, fuck around with some shit, and then their fucking boat breaks in half, and they're floating around on half of it for fucking 2.5 weeks, drinking their own piss, trying to stay alive, and
I was young. I could have damn near swam to shore at that point.
Yeah, well, no, fucking, you'd have had a fucking.
I'd have been more pissed off that I had to swim to shore and lost my fishing rods than anything else.
No, I'm fucking have an octopus trying to tickle your balls the whole time you're coming in.
Shit. There's nothing down there that is going to hurt you. Until I figured out years later that that's a great white breeding ground.
Yeah, see?
Of all the years I've been down there, I had never seen one.
I watched a deal just the other day where this guy he was a wildlife photographer, and he specialized in fucking ocean bullshit. And
Fucking ocean bullshit.
yeah, that's what he did. He fucking filmed sharks and shit, and he got out into this area where there just happened to be a fucking dead whale floating in the ocean, and it had attracted a couple of great white sharks. And guess what those fucking great white sharks did? They fucking come and gnawed his ass in half. Fuck that.
Is he one of those dudes who thought that he was becoming friends with the shark?
No,
Okay.
he wasn't aware of it, and they fucked him up before he could.
All right, you're near a dead whale.
Well, he didn't
That's
know.
problem number one.
He
Number
did-
one.
He didn't know that.
That's going to be your issue right there.
He didn't know.
Here's the thing. I've been out there and seen dead whales.
You know, the ocean's a pretty big goddamn place, Gump. And
You can smell a fucking whale from miles away.
especially the ones that work at fucking shop at Walmart after too.
Jesus Christ.
Those you can smell those from a long way.
It's not anymore. It's after 10 because they're not open 24 hours anymore.
You smell like piss and bad decisions.
So you're speaking from experience.
Oh, dude.
What was her name?
You start at the belly button and you start lifting up the flaps
Jesus Christ. Fucking
till you get to the fish tank.
You throw flour on it and try to find a wet spot.
Ugh, fuck needs tears.
Or just slap it and ride a wave in.
Yeah. Some of them you can have a lot of fun just with the belly button.
Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Jesus, this needs to be edited out.
No, we are keeping that in, buddy.
Holy fuck!
Dude, I did I filmed a video at work the other day for like
I thought you were gonna say you filmed a porno.
yeah. I have all the equipment I would need to do that, but for my business bank account, it would complicate things significantly. And they went over that when I went to open the business bank account. They were like, "Do you film any porno, like adult videos?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Oh, okay, good." And I was like, "Just asking." What
They
would
actually
be
asked that?
Yes, correct. Yes, they specifically asked that. I was like, I don't film that.
I would have been
But-
like, so does laying on my couch jacking off count as a porno?
Yeah, dude.
Just curious. Or does it? Do I need more than one person?
Well, here's the deal. I actually asked the lady there. I was like, I don't film that or intend to film that, but like, what are? I'm just curious. What are the issues with that? And they're like, oh yeah, it's a big issue. Like it would be. It's like it's basically a decision where they would make a decision on whether you could open a bank account with them.
Really?
So, oh yeah.
That's wild.
It's liability issues and stuff like that I was just curious about it because they specifically asked that. And I was like, no, because they asked what type of business it was, and I was like, video editing and stuff like that. So, they specifically asked that, and so I was like, I asked a whole bunch of follow up questions where I was like, what exactly is the issue there, and she explained it to me. So. But it's kind of like buying a drone, man. Where all of my shit is recreational use, where I don't get paid for it. I don't, my YouTube channel loses money every time I post a video. So, it's all recreational. I just do it for fun.
Yeah.
So that gets you out of the. What is it? Not 507, but whatever it is with commercial, where you have to do a whole bunch of shit with that. But it's definitely a weird thing that you have to be aware of. But I don't ever plan on doing any of that shit.
No.
The most I would ever do is if like. And I've actually thought about this. If if I ever set up a camera consulting business and I happened upon a OF model, I would set up their cameras for them, and then that would be my involvement in it.
Yeah.
Because all that shit revolves around cameras and shit like that, which... I wouldn't necessarily be asking what their business was, but if they're like, hey, here's my bedroom, I want camera set up in here, you have to know that that's what they're going to be doing. But my involvement would strictly be the technical side of that stuff. I would not be filming and putting out content for that kind of shit. But if it's a paycheck, it's a paycheck, dude. But I would never film adult movies for shit because that just gets too complex.
No.
And you don't want to have to hire a fluffer.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Well, you're running a camera and you need a fluffer. There's a problem.
Yeah.
No, that's wild. I didn't know that.
Yep, it's a whole deal, but I don't do that shit. I just film guns and archery. So and some other side business stuff that does not involve anything related to that.
Guns can be porn to a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've beat my meat to the Mark 23, so that's my dream pistol, Mark 23 suppressed.
Gump got him.
You're fucking judging me right now, dude.
Gump got him a new pistol.
He's fucking judging me for my Mark 23 arousal.
I am.
Why? I fucking love that gun. There's no point to that gun other than it's a Mark 23. But also, you know,
How bad is it that I don't even know what a Mark 23 is?
it is it was the Navy's offensive pistol winner. HK Mark 23. It went through what did it go through? Like 12,000 rounds with 6 failures.
Something like that.
So
It is a pistol
yeah,
where that you want to own it just to say you have a Mark 23 with suppressor on it.
I'm not a big big pistol guy. Anyways, more of a shotgun guy. So
You have more pistols than me.
well, that doesn't.
Okay, so your Ruger Mark 1 obsession. Okay, you don't need a Ruger Mark 1. You have
A red label.
a red label. You don't need one of those. You have plenty of serviceable shotguns to where like that you probably shoot better than that Ruger red label, but you want it because it's a fucking red label.
True.
Understandable.
Understandable.
It is my one gun that I want because it's so incredibly ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I want to say that I own one.
That's kind of why I got the red label.
Yep.
I don't think
I
there's.
don't,
A,
I don't
don't
want
think I
any
have
judgment here from you, buddy. Okay?
It's not like I. I only own 1 or 2 guns.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm glad you put the extra word on there.
I'm only at 3 gun safes.
I'm only at 2. If I ever inherit all my dad's stuff, I'll be at 4.
My dad.
Of course, you could probably have 6 or 7.
What?
This entire room is a safe.
Yeah, but I can get everything I own in that big bastard there.
Yeah.
I got 3 of those.
Yeah. You understand that, right, Gump?
Yeah,
Where it's like
I do.
It's not a practical weapon. It is not a practical.
The reason
gun.
I was giving you side eye was because there's no practical use to it. There's no
100%. 100%. You are completely and totally right. I will not argue that point. That is 100% true.
That is like one of us owning a crossbow.
I wouldn't say that. Crossbow makes you gay.
I'll agree with Dave on that one.
At least it's a gun.
It's a 45 ACP.
Yeah.
That's fucking God's caliber right there, Gump.
Well, I
That
do
is
agree.
God's caliber.
I own more 45s than just about anybody else.
Yeah. That's fucking God's
Other
caliber
than money.
right there. I don't want to hear
Money's
any
got
slander.
you beat on 45.
Yeah.
I have 2 because I don't like that fucking round.
I'll tell you something that
They hurt my fucking ears for some reason.
Yeah.
I own 4.
I'll tell you something that'll really make you side eye me. I'm one of those weird guys that wants to build his own 1911. Like not get like, parts that fit up, like actually fit the parts. Like buy the tools in order to fit it up and stuff like that.
You don't need to buy the tools. I already have them.
Okay.
I've already done it.
Because like I'm one of those guys who wants to own a 1911 that has no markings on it. It's literally, you know how Springfield has their like TRPs are awesome. I love TRPs. Springfield TRPs, they have their logo on it, shit like that. I want nothing on my 1911. No writing. I just want the serial number on there, and that's fucking it.
No.
My 1911, my Ruger, I took a Ruger frame and a Ruger slide and fitted everything in there. The internals are all custom.
Yeah.
And you've shot it.
Yeah, probably.
We were out here with Phil and his wife. I brought it out. That thing shoots like a dream. That thing is. I fitted all the components to it. Fit the barrel, fit that. Safety, all of it. That gun shoots like a. It points, it shoots, it.
You're gonna laugh at me, but I bought a 9mm fucking 1911.
I'm not gonna laugh at you because that's. I want one.
Dude, it's fucking cool. I like it.
The 1911.
I have a Colt 45 1911, and I have a Kimber 45 1911, and then I bought that 9mm 1911 Kimber. It's a nice gun. I like shooting it. I like shooting it a lot more than I do the 45s. Number one, it's way cheaper to shoot.
Yeah.
And number two, it don't hurt my ears. I don't know what it is about 45 1911s. They really fucking hurt my ears.
It must be just be the tone that hits your ears the wrong way.
It's got to be something like that. That's another reason why I've never bought any other 45s. It's just they fucking kick me in the ass when I shoot them. The tone that they hit my ears with, it just fucking hurts.
Well, if you've noticed, even when we go out dove hunting and stuff, I'm wearing walkers and stuff like that. I'm the same way. We go dove hunting, I've got to have something in my ears because the shotguns are doing the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Shotguns normally don't.
It kills my ears.
They don't get mine. I can shoot shotguns all day long.
But I think it all depends on how much hearing damage you got.
Yeah.
I've got quite a bit of it.
45 ACPs out of a 1911 don't normally get me.
Oh, they get me something fierce bad. And you know what else gets me?
My 7mm and my SIG.
Those two and my any revolvers. They got that blast that comes out around the cylinder. They get me. All excepting that new 9mm that I bought, revolver, that one don't get me for some reason. But the 45s, 44s, all those pop my ears something fierce bad.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just.
That's why I have went suppressor on about everything I got.
Oh.
There's very few guns other than shotguns. Very few guns that I own that I can't suppress. And I've got suppressors that fit on about everything. And I do not buy a suppressor for every gun I get. That's fucking a waste of money. In my opinion. Just buy them so you can put them on there. I know my brother is one of those guys that's got to have, he buys a new gun, he's got to get a suppressor for it. But I'm not that way. I think I got 5 cans that fit, cover about everything I have. The only can I don't have is a 45 can, and that is something I'm going to get. You want a 45 can. Suppressors are fucking king, in my opinion.
They make it nice.
And until a year ago, I only had 2. But
Well, now, I mean, you don't have to pay the $250 tax, right?
200.
Or the 200 stamp. Yeah.
You don't have to pay the 200. So yeah, I'd like to get. I bought 2 cans that I didn't pay the 200 on, and I got 3 that I did.
Well, I'm sure now it's it's calmed down quite a bit, so you can probably get it pretty quick.
Oh fuck yeah, you can get them in like. I think I had one where I got it in a week.
Yeah.
Who did you just bite the bullet and buy one for the 300 Wisdom?
Yeah, you should. Look, we've been slacking on the reloading for that. I have everything you need for the 300 Wisdom, dude.
Well, Brent just bought me 100 rounds of brass.
Well, there you go, dude. Give it to me, and I don't want to do it right now because it's getting into 100 degrees.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you get a deer tag and we get into September, where the mornings are kind of cool, we can definitely do some load workup for that. But I wanna do a load workup for your 300 Wisdom because I think we can get that thing to the velocity you want and the precision that you want. And 300 Wisdom is pretty easy to load for.
I want to build a load for that and a load for my 243.
No, 243 is a piece of cake, dude. Absolute piece of cake.
Because if I'm going to have to drag the girlfriend along.
Yeah.
And that's the rifle I want her to shoot is that 243. Because she's not a big girl.
No.
And rifles scare her. 243 is dainty.
Yeah.
In comparison.
Well, especially if you slapped a suppressor on that, that would take a lot of it away. I mean, you've shot.
I might take it over to Mike and have him put a brake on it.
Yeah. Although the noise might scare her a little bit from a brake. You put a brake on anything, it's gonna be loud.
It's not so much the loudness of a brake; it's the
concussive
concussion that comes back at you.
But
I don't even fucking own a brake. I bought some brakes years ago for a couple of rifles that I had, and I got rid of them all. I do not like brakes. I know a lot of people run them, but I don't like the.
I mean, I'll run a brake on my 300 Wisdom because I really don't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
My last Creedmoor I had.
Was I able to thread that or?
Yeah, you threaded it.
Okay, yeah.
My last Creedmoor that I had
I haven't shot it since.
Your Creedmoor?
Yeah, it was a Christensen.
Yeah.
Chassis rifle. Had a brake on it, and I freaking hated shooting that gun. Because it would literally blow your eyelids up.
I remember I shot that rifle.
I don't get that.
It depends on the brake you get.
I have really quality brakes. I buy all my brakes from Area 419. And I don't have any issues with any of those brakes.
Really?
And I mean, you've shot Rhonda. It's like shooting a 22.
You could have all the
If I could hold it up like this, I could shoot it like a pistol.
Yeah, but it's 23.5 pounds.
You put all the ear protection in the world you want on those guns, and it doesn't hurt your ears, but it's the blast you get in the face from them.
Have you shot Rhonda yet?
Yeah.
From behind the gun, and you still get it from that?
No, I don't remember.
If you don't remember, you probably didn't.
Probably didn't.
I think if you're right beside Rhonda, you'd probably get it. But from behind the gun, I don't feel any different than shooting that unbraked.
Other than less recoil.
Now there is now Mike has a brake that you can buy, and you can get it in 2 different sizes, right? And it carries the blast out. So it's the way it works is it's got a cone that tapers back in towards the bullet, and when you shoot, the gas comes out and swirls back around and gets sucked out behind the bullet.
Well,
And those brakes aren't so bad.
there's also suppressors out there that have the suppressor can and then they have the brake on the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the idea of those.
Those literally have. I shot one time. Where the hell was I? I think it was Phoenix. And there is. I mean, even with a suppressor, yeah, it reduces recoil. But that thing, I think I shot a 30-06 with it.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah,
nothing.
no, they're cool, but a suppressor's king in my books. Over a brake any day. I'd run a suppressor. It just mellows the whole fucking deal down.
My biggest thing is, though,
even if you want to wear ears with a suppressor, depending on what you're shooting, it just for everybody around it, it just mellows it down. Brakes are just uncanny to me. They just, especially if you're laying in a line of guys shooting and you're the poor bastard on this side, you're fucking taking every bit of that shock wave off every shot. And the bigger the gun, the worse it is.
Yeah.
well,
There's this fucking dude that on YouTube that fucking runs 20 rounds through a Barrett 50. And the guy beside him, his fucking shirt is almost flying up over his head every shot.
Oh, I had an experience at a range in Ohio where I didn't know a guy had pulled right up next to me with a 50 cal because I was so busy looking through my scope and like writing down data that I'd collected from load development and stuff like that. I had my shooting mat and underneath me, and it blew my shooting mat, and my shooting mat hit me in the face.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I look over, and it's when it's a 50 cal, it's obvious because the brakes are like this big.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that was too much for me. But I mean, I've stood beside Rhonda when it's being shot by another person. I wasn't particularly bothered by it.
Rhonda didn't bother me one bit.
No.
Yeah, it's a.
But those Area 419 brakes are really good.
Now, your 7 mil, when we were out here before deer season,
Dicking around.
I could feel that, and I was 15 yards away.
I don't know that Rhonda bothered me really either.
Yeah.
Other than when he's close. Like if you're standing right off the side of him, you'll feel it, but
Here's the thing about guns. They go boom. If you want to not have a recoil or anything else like that, shoot a fucking 22. I kind of like the boom.
oh, I don't mind it. It's just if you can reduce it with a can, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a no-brainer to me.
I'm surprised well, I have a feeling cans are going to become commonplace before too long.
1,000%.
Oh, I do too. That's why I ain't buying anymore right now, because when they do,
There's not going to be a background check. There's not going to be shit on it.
when they do,
I'll can everything.
I'll have a can on my Peter.
Thought you already did.
He has a can for a Peter.
It's one of them silent, sneaky ones.
He has a can for a Peter, dude.
Monty said he was going to go get one the other day. I don't know if he did or not, but
I'll get one eventually.
I got to pay off some shit.
I do too.
Well, boys,
Yeah, I think this is about time to end it. We talked about guns, fishing,
we are
and
the
guns
cool.
again.
We are the Cool Arrow podcast. We didn't even talk about archery.
Culero. Well, I want to save a podcast with Nate. I don't know if we'll get Mike down here for that because he lives in Prescott. But I want to do it with Nate and...
You can always record the podcast with Nate now and have Mike join.
Fuck you.
Your phones are listening to you, bro.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to record a podcast with Adam and Nate. I don't know if I'll be able to get Nate for it because he's kind of... I don't know what he's doing. I've been real proud of Nate recently. And I know we give him a hard time, but I mean,
I am
he's-
prouder than shit of that boy.
yeah. He's got he's got a vehicle back. I mean, it was crazy to see him, because the first time I met him was at Bow Disciples 2 years ago.
The
And-
difference.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what
What's Nate? Hang on.
it's Austin's cousin.
Austin's cousin.
Oh, okay.
That family tree is more like a circle, but he's Austin's cousin, and the first time I met him was at Bow Disciples, and I thought he was pretty cool then, but
that young kid
Mhm.
yeah,
with the
Mu-
goatee.
mustache,
Yeah.
The mustache.
the mustache, but I didn't know what he was dealing with back then, and
I don't know him at all. So.
but it was cool to watch him go back to the scene of the crime, basically, and have a ton of fun. So, because he showed up about, 5 months ago, and all of a sudden he was good with a bow. And I was like, what the fuck have you been doing, dude? And
Well, Austin gave him the no cam,
the same thing
Oh,
that I was...
I know who you're talking about now.
Mhm.
and
And he's deadly with that thing. I think he is one of those, throughout your archery journey, when you get into it, you go through certain phases. The first phase you go through, you think you're awesome, and then you figure out you're not. And then you go into upgrading your equipment, and then you upgrade your equipment to the nth degree. And then you sort of come back from that because you realize your equipment is not going to make you any better. And then you learn...
Where I am.
Yeah. You learn... You start getting to a point where you don't... Your archery determines your mood, and it should be your mood should determine your archery. Okay? So an example of that would be if you like Kenny, 2 years ago when I brought the indoor tournament, Kenny needed a win in that tournament, and he didn't get it, and he stormed out of that tournament because he didn't get the result he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's having archery determine your mood. So if you shoot archery on Sundays like we do, and you don't even get third, you go through that entire week in a bad mood until you get to the next Sunday. Instead of, you wake up in a good mood and you go, I want to shoot archery today. And then you shoot archery and you're like, this is fun. I like it. This is my happy place. And you couldn't be less bothered what you scored. That's why I hang back with Zach, because Zach doesn't give a single fuck what he scored. He is there because he is having fun. And you'll start to realize that if you treat it like your happy place and you're just like, I'm out here shooting archery, you'll actually shoot better. And I tried explaining that to somebody one time and they did not understand. And I'm like, oh, you're in for a surprise when you figure it out. So he's at that phase where he not only wants to upgrade his equipment, which I'm all for. I want him to get a more modernized bow. It's kind of stupid to say, but that no cam is probably 15 years old by now.
Yeah.
So I want him to get better equipment and stuff like that, and him be more comfortable in it. But he's also at that point where archery, his result from archery determines his mood for the week.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see him reverse
Not
that.
give a fuck.
Reverse that and go, archery is my happy place. I couldn't give a fuck. And he's going to be real dangerous when that happens. So
He's a great shot.
He's excellent. And I think Bow Disciples was a good test for him because there was one day, because that whole family, that Magdaleno family, is prone to crash
He's
outs.
not a Magdaleno.
Well,
he's not on that side of the family.
Well, but I mean,
it's Julie's side of the family,
right? And I actually asked him like, "Hey, how is Joanna related to you guys?" He goes, "That's my mom." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool." I didn't know that. Like, I don't know that, but that whole family is like intertwined, and they've got so many members there. You know, it's you know, that whole clan, if you want to call it, is prone to crash outs, and we joke about that all the time. With Austin's the biggest offender, but Nate's not close behind, and he'll have a crash out every once in a while. But he's taken a lot of steps in his maturity to where at Bow Disciples we were kind of worried that he would crash out. But he was like, I don't give a fuck about this course this day. And I'll tell you why. He's like, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I, you know, it was the third day that we've been shooting. And he goes, I'm tired and I'm hungry. I don't give a fuck about this course. And we came back the next day and he shot awesome. And he was really happy with it. And I was like, that's fucking great, dude. Because you're gonna have days where it's like, dude, I'm smoked right now, and you just have to let those days roll with whatever they give you, and come back the next day and with a whole new attitude and kill it. So he did that at Bow Disciples, and I was really proud of him. So we also went back to we also helped James, his dad, and Brianna clean up. And James invited us both back to his house, and he served us a killer dinner, dude. And it was cool to watch James and Nate got on his scooter and started to do basically horse with tricks on the scooter. And you could just tell Nate was in his happy place there. And I was like, this is, I don't do that because I'm too fat to do that. And I've never been like an X Games guy, and never been, you know, that kind of
You're not
person.
that athletic,
Yeah.
not that type of athletic.
Not that. It's a whole nother type of athleticism. But it, like, they spent 2 hours just doing tricks on this scooter, and I was just watching. I was like, this is really fucking cool, dude. But that's also a testament to James and how fucking cool he is as well. Because they were out there at James's dad's house just doing tricks on his scooter for 2 hours and having a blast, and it was awesome to watch because Nate had a smile on his face a mile long the whole time, and I was like, this is cool, man. So I'm really proud of Nate. I'm proud of Zach, Nate, and all those people getting their lives together and, you know, making smart decisions. And Nate is definitely one of those people that I've watched grow into a smarter individual and more focused on, you know, the present and the future rather than the past. So it was really cool to watch that and watch them get together and do some cool shit. But I want to get Nate and Adam on a podcast for the Bow Disciples recap, because that would be fucking awesome. But this weekend it wasn't going to happen because Nate's a huge fisherman, and you know he was out on the river all weekend. He's probably coming back tonight. Mm-hmm. So, but I want to save that for an entire 2-hour podcast of that.
I wasn't there. He wasn't there. We
It was
had nothing
awesome.
to talk about.
It was awesome. But how about we?
Well, I'm with the whole archery thing. I'm kind of to the point in my archery thing where I just realized that I just suck, and that's the long and the short of it. I'm never going to be good at archery.
Well, we've got the indoor stuff coming up, so we're gonna have 8
I'll
weeks
be
of
there.
that.
I'll be there sucking
Yeah.
hind tit the
Here's
whole
the
way.
thing. Tell yourself you suck every day this week.
No, I do.
You're going to shoot better because you suck.
No.
Because you have zero expectation.
Yeah.
I just go in there because I like the indoor thing. I think it's fun.
It is.
I would rather do that than 3D all day long.
No.
I would rather do 3D, but there's a special place in my heart for indoor 18 meter.
I love it.
Indoor to me is just
How perfect can you be?
how perfect can I be? And the bad part is the last tournament we shot, what did I end up in, like 5th?
I was in Vegas when you shot that.
Yeah, I ended up
I wasn't there.
I ended up in 5th. And I shot that literally not being able to see my pin.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? The last 3 indoor deals that we've done over there, I've come in like 3rd place, and I was battling for 2nd.
Yeah.
And that's where the whole thing that I just suck comes in, because I can't power through that. I know I ain't the worst archer out there, but I can't ever overcome that and become the.
Well, you've gotten to the point now where it kind of determines your mood.
Yeah.
True.
I stopped doing
But the first time you came to Mormon Lake with me, Scotty, and Dustin, you kicked everybody's ass because you did not give 2 fucks. You were out here you were sitting there getting drunk, and did not give a fuck.
I shot really good that year. I've never done that again.
You were at the I'm new high point,
Yeah.
and you were like, I'm fucking great. I don't give a fuck. Then your scores went down, and you're like, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. You need to get back to the point where you're like, I'm here to shoot, have a good time, and say fuck it.
I also quit doing.
Well, I just need to get back into it. Honestly, I've gotten so far out of archery. Today, or no, let's see, yes.
No, this morning. You were there this morning.
I wasn't there this morning. It was yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was yesterday morning. Yeah.
Yesterday morning. That's the first time I picked up my fucking bow in how long?
Yeah.
That motherfucker's hung on there, on that goddamn rack for how long?
Yeah.
I haven't even got it off. Well, I did just get new strings put on it. So they turned out looking like horse shit. Not at all what I was expecting.
Well, that's strings for you. But I quit doing.
Well, look at the orange. It looks like fucking somebody puked on them. They aren't orange at all.
You needed flow orange.
That's what they are.
Well, when I get my indoor bow, I'm going to immediately strip everything off of it and Cerakote it a certain color. I am debating between robin egg blue, like that.
Yeah.
That over there, and then or like a sunset yellow. And I'm debating. I'm kind of on the sunset yellow, but the robin's egg blue might be the ticket. But that's 2 years down the road, where I get a dedicated indoor bow. Pinky would be my 3D. My Exalt would be my hunting bow,
Well,
and then
I'm thinking about doing the new Matthews in the chartreuse color for my indoor,
There's nothing wrong with that, dude.
and then doing some like neon blue strings on it. I think it'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that's probably not going to happen for a while. It could have happened, but I've had a love affair with shotguns.
You've
lately.
got a gun happy.
Yeah. I stopped doing my own tournaments because I won the first two. And I was like, this looks really bad. Because, you know, when you're buying the trophies with your company money and then you end up winning them, it looks really bad. But my employees,
it was me and you that were always in the first and second.
Yeah, my employees are good enough running it now, because we've trained them really well, and they're fully competent to do that. But I might one of these, the first one, this Friday.
That's right. Send
Yeah,
me the link to that.
yeah. I will run that and then see how my employees do. But I mean, they could run this Friday, but I'll run this Friday, and then the second week, I might shoot just off to the side just to see what my score is. But I won't turn it in. It won't be included in the. I'll just do that so that I can talk shit to you guys. And
sucks that you can't compete, but
it's not that I can't compete. It looks really bad.
I know it.
It looks really bad when like it, and I'm not saying that I would win it because Jesus is there, but like it looked really weird when I'm the one buying the trophies and then I get first place. And so that's when, because Phoebes is always asking me like, hey, are you going to shoot in this? And I'm like, no. And she's like, why not? And she gets like offended about it. And I'm like, because it looks really fucking bad if I would win first place. Like it's literally, it looks really bad.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, Phoebe, it's not about you. Like, I'm not doing it because I don't want to compete in one of your events. It's because it looks really fucking bad.
The guys like us that shoot all the time, well, like me, don't give a fuck.
That's true.
Don't include me in that because I don't shoot that much anymore.
Like I said, second week I might, because my employees can run that by themselves. I could literally give them. I could literally not be there, and have them run it, and they'd be fully competent, fully be able to do it because we trained them so well. But I'm like I said, I might shoot off to the side and just have my score there to compare against you guys. But I won't turn it in. It won't be part of the podium finish.
Well, I'm coming for blood this year because I got a new site. I'm all set up for it. I've been shooting out back here.
I haven't shot my indoor bow since the last indoor tournament, so I'll probably kick everybody's ass.
We'll see what happens.
I haven't touched that bow in.
My biggest thing is to beat Jesus or Mike Edwards at least one night.
Mike Edwards was beatable probably a year ago. He is fucking smoking it. I will tell you that he got at Blythe during their fun shoot, which we won't go into. He got.
There's a video for that.
No, that's the 3D championship, but the fun shoot. He had 5 points more than me, but I was shooting skinnies and he was shooting 27s. So, but Mike Edwards is no slouch.
That man is a force to be reckoned with.
Well, that's all he does. I mean, that's his life.
And good for him, dude.
To me, it's like, yeah, I enjoy going out and to me, it's more the friends than anything. but I'm not the best archery shot.
Well, we had that
I'll
conversation.
take any of you motherfuckers on a rifle and shotgun.
We had that conversation about the 16-inch tournament that happened this weekend, where, when we go to the range and talk shit to each other, it's because we like the person we're talking shit to. Those 16-inch softball tournament players are the softest motherfuckers that I've ever seen.
No.
Because they will talk shit to each other and then get offended at each other. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, you're not competing for that much money. Your fucking flight from Chicago costs twice as much as your winning, and that winning gets spread throughout the team. Like, that's going to pay for your dinner for maybe for your team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not in this for the money, dude. And I just don't. Those motherfuckers are the softest men that I've ever seen.
And that's like you go to one of these big, like on the 3D championship. I don't know if anybody posted the video of the pro move when we knew James won.
Yeah.
Beer me. Yep.
You know, we love to give James shit about pro move.
Yeah, but he can talk shit with the best of them, man.
But, he doesn't give two shits.
No.
He has more fun about that than anybody else. He's like, pro move.
Pro move.
Pro move.
Pro move.
But it's like, as soon as he won that buckle, we're like, everybody goes, pro move.
Yeah.
The whole fucking thing. You know he didn't give two shits about it. But he fucking earned it.
He did want it. He wanted the buckle. But also, he's one of those dudes who he was shooting basically his hunting setup. And also,
no, he had a target bow set up.
He has another target bow. He was shooting his hunting bow with target stabilizers. But I mean, he's a hunter first. So,
but I got to give James credit. That man could not miss.
No, he is shockingly good.
Well, that's like I was listening to the Podium podcast the other day, and he was on it, and Brandon and Josh were sitting there saying, "You're just too dumb to miss. You don't give a fuck."
Yeah, they're the only people that could say that to him. Yeah.
But I mean, and James said it himself. He goes, "I don't overthink it."
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. And I think that's because they were talking about Vegas and this and that and everything. You don't overthink it.
I can say some stuff to him, but it's never. I wouldn't go that far, but like he's a cartoon character in the least offensive way possible, because he went to Vegas, and I was there to watch Lauren and James shoot, and he's about to go shoot his warm-ups for his first competition, and I'm like, "So how are you feeling, buddy?" He's like, "Oh, I'm way less nervous than in a hunting situation. Like I'm not nervous at all." And I'm like, that is the most cartoonish fucking statement I've ever heard in my life. And he goes, "Why?" And I'm like, this is a fucking big deal, dude. I'm like, how are you not at least sort of nervous right now? And so, and I was just like, you're a fucking cartoon character, man. Yeah. He's like, he doesn't overthink anything, like you said, where it's just like, oh, I'm just shooting at paper. Like, who cares? And meanwhile, he's talking to people, and they're like, dude, I'm fucking about to lose my shit right now. And he's like, why? And they're like, dude, this is like a big deal to me. He's like, yeah, I just don't think it's a big deal. And I'm just like, you're a fucking cartoon character, man. You are a fucking cartoon character, dude. And Zero offense. Like it's like one of those athletes where it's just like, hey, are you nervous for this, Super Bowl start that you're about to have? No, not really. It's like you're a fucking cartoon character. You're about to be on TV, witnessed by 9.7 million people worldwide. You're not nervous at all? Nah. It's just a football game. It's like, okay, you're a fucking cartoon character, dude.
Why'd you take your shorts off? Because my balls
Because
was
my
hot.
balls was hot.
That's the exact same idea.
And then somebody comes over and tells him, like, hey, you got to put your pants back on. They just look at him like, I could kick your ass right now. And just be like, okay, fine. I'll do it just to appease you because it'll make everybody else nervous. But he's a fucking cartoon character. Anyways, you guys want to end this right now?
It's been fun. It's been real.
Yeah. A lot of good shit.
Yeah.
We should do this again. I'm glad that we were able to do this today because I hadn't talked to you in a month, and I was like real nervous about oh, he hasn't fucking talked to me in a month, but like we got right back on it, and I'm really glad that we.
No, this
mother,
is good.
you
This
mother,
is good.
get off that fucking shotgun, you piece of shit. You're dead. What a way to end the podcast. All right, boys, it's been real. I love this shit. I know you guys do too. It's always
We'll do it
fun.
again.
We'll do it again.
Yeah.
Right here in Brent's man cave, which is glorious. This place is fucking, you motherfuckers. I swear to God. I'm just fucking smoking bugs. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We don't care what you say, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. I concur to that. fuck all the people. Fuck all the haters.
I'm not sure I have enough views to have haters yet.
Well.
But I don't do this for the views. I literally don't give a shit. I don't know how many views I have on any of my videos, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Buddy,
Oh, well.
love you, man.